Hi, it's Lori Ballen from Las Vegas. Today I want to show you some things that you may or may not know about birthdays in Command, in the KW Command platform. And the main reason that I'm going over this is because many people have asked, how do we find out? How do we find the birthdays? And then knowing what to do with them next as far as smart plans go or doing something offline. I want to showcase those a little bit, okay? So first of all, let me go back to my original view here. I'm going to give you several strategies to working with birthdays. Now, when you first log in, you're going to have something that looks like this. You're going to have all of these checked off, and you'll recognize that your contact home screen is going to look something like this. Okay. So depending on what you have in what you've added, you may have tags, you may not have tags. And then you're going to be able to see all of these things in your window. There's certain things that you're not going to be able to see because your default filters don't have them selected. So your first step in getting the birthdays to show up in your contact dashboard here is going to be to go up to customize columns and see all of these things you have the ability to put in your window here. But by default, some of these are not checked. So if you want date of birth to show up, you're going to have to make sure that you check that, okay? So I'm going to click apply, and it may be set in yours already, but if you don't see it, that's why. Now, this little bar here, and we're on desktop, of course, this little bar here, if you scroll over, it'll help you see some of those columns. Now, when I'm working with something very specifically, I very intentionally get rid of a bunch of these columns. So I'm going to go up to customize columns, and I'm going to get rid of what I don't need. If I'm just working with birthdays, what is it that I need, okay? I need the date of birth. I don't need any of their tags right now. I might need their phone number because maybe I'm going to be calling them. I might need their address because I might be mailing them. But I don't need their last message. I don't need last visited. I don't need custom tags. I definitely am going to keep their email in there. Maybe or maybe not their company. The date was created doesn't matter in relation to birthdays. Their name, yes. Last contacted, no. Stage, no. Updated, no. Title, no. I can get rid of all of these. Now this is going to make my screen so much easier to navigate, okay? All right, next up. I want to save this view so that I can get in here quicker. But the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take this date of birth. I'm going to click on that column so that the date of birth will show up here now. And there, you can see here by the little arrow, if I just click it once, it's descending, and the other one is ascending. So you'll start off with all the ones that have blanks, and up here you'll have all the ones that actually have something in them, right? Now, up here, you can show 10, you can show up to 50 as of today in this window, okay? So if you're wondering, do I have any birthdays showing up here? This is a quick way to find out. Now I'm going to show you some more cool things about this, but the first thing I want to do is I want to save this window. So that way, if I'm working within birthdays, I'm going to call this my birthday dashboard, I can get to it quicker, okay? So I can save this, or I can do something else, which I'm about to show you, but just for the sake of showing you how to save this, I'm going to go back up here to customize columns. And we are going to do, actually, I'm sorry, we're going to go to filters. And if you want anything specific around birthdays, this is where we can save the smart view. So the other way, we were just separating our columns, but now we actually can pull something very specific that we save in our smart view. And what we can do is go down here to date of birth. So you can have date of birth longer than a certain number of days. You can have the date of birth within the last certain number of days, or within the next certain amount of days. All right, let's just say you want all birthdays to show up in this window. So you could do all three within the next 365 days. I'm going to go down here to Save Smart View, and I'm going to save this as all birthdays. Save Smart View. Okay, now, how do I get there? So go back to your home screen. This is your home screen. Go to your contacts. Okay, now up here, I'm going to close that. Right now we're in the all birthday screen. Take this little drop down, and whatever other smart views you have, you can get to here. So for me, anytime I'm going to use these filters to search for something, I want to search for all new leads, or I want to search for all new Facebook leads, or I want to search for all contacts that were created within the last 3 days. That's one of the ones I actually save. Or I want to save a smart view for everybody last contacted longer than 30 days ago, so that I can turn this on and start hitting those people that I haven't communicated with in the last 30 days. Guys, this is one of my favorite things about this entire platform, is although it's not perfect today, the ability to create all of these smart views that allow you to wake up, go to your computer, start your lead gen based on what's important to you. You're going to hit those birthdays today. You're going to hit people you haven't contacted in 30 days or more. Today, you're going to work all specific lead sources, or today you're going to work everybody that was tagged with such and such. Okay. You can save these smart views. Even down here, look at this one. Let me get rid of that look at this. People that have neighborhoods, yes or no. So you could say, all right, I'm going to get up this morning and I'm going to contact everybody that has a neighborhood, because hopefully, or I'm going to put everybody that has a neighborhood on a smart plan. That's my to-do today. We call it a to-do list instead of a to-do list, like ta-da. So today on my ta-da list, I'm going to add everybody that has a neighborhood to the smart plan, okay? Or today, select no. And by the way, if you're a team and you have admins, this should be part of their everyday process. Get them lead genning too. Maybe they're applying your smart plans, or they're going up and digging up the addresses for everybody that's under the no category. So right here, has neighborhoods no. So, now they can go through and start plugging in everybody that doesn't have a neighborhood in there. Okay. Primary email, primary phone number. You've got all kinds of cool things that we can play in here. And the filter by empty is really cool too. So you can actually say, sort my list by everybody that doesn't have a custom tag, because you're going to filter by empty. So then you'll know, okay, none of these people have been tagged. So let me have my admin go in there and make sure that everybody either has a buyer, a seller, an investor, or sphere of influence. Your buckets. What are your buckets of people that you communicate with in your database? Buyers, sellers, investors, sphere of influence. Maybe you have real estate agents for referrals. Maybe you have general contacts and new leads or something like that. So everybody should have a tag. So maybe that's what your admin is doing every day, okay? So what I'm able to do with birthdays, and this is the reason I'm going to bring this up really quick. Okay, so right here we have just all birthdays. Now, if you are like me and you have a very large database, because for me, I generate thousands of leads every year. I've got thousands and thousands of real estate agents that I'm working strategically with to gain referrals for my team here in Las Vegas. I've got, sphere of influence, past clients. I've been in real estate since 2007, so I've got a large database of past clients. So what's going to happen here is if you go in and assign every one of these, I see a bunch of agents right here on my screen. If you assign every one of these to a birthday smart plan, holy cow, you better be ready to spend hours every single day working in your database on birthdays. Because right now, if we look at the smart plan, let's use Evelyn as an example here. Evelyn in Inland Empire. So if I add her, if I want to go over here and look at smart plans, I'm going to go to smart plans, and she's already in my birthday smart plan. Pop open this little arrow here so we can see all of what's happening. So because we don't have automation yet, we get a to-do in our task list on our home screen that says reminder to send handwritten birthday note. Okay. Then 4 days later, you get another to-do. Reminder to contact her for birthday. Reminder to send birthday. Oh my goodness, you guys, it's nuts. I can tell you that I started off by adding everybody to this birthday smart plan and went, whoa, 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 Lori, that's not smart. Because I don't have an admin that's going to do nothing but sit and do birthdays all day, and I'm not going to sit and do birthdays all day. In my old system, I had everything very automated. So I'm working now strategically to go, okay, what can I do now with this that would work? So I'm going to show you something different. So if you have a small database or you have a specific database that you want to work like this with all of those reminders, put them on it. So for example, your past clients, maybe your past clients, you're willing to sit and do the handwritten note or the send out cards like I do. You're going to make the phone call and everything because this doesn't have the automation. You're willing to do those, then just put those people on a smart plan. Or maybe you only want to put your current clients on there. Or maybe you only want to put your sphere of influence on there. But I would suggest starting small until you have a plan for how you're going to work all those tasks, because you can't bulk delete and it's going to get messy really quickly. So here's how I'm going to be doing mine instead. I'm not going to be assigning the birthday plans. I'm going to take her off, as a matter of fact. So I'm glad I caught this before it got too out of hand, because I already have it. If I go to my home screen here and my tasks are going to populate, you're going to see what I'm talking about. Just barely have started this. And well, let's just go into the tasks window here. We'll be able to see it. Task due. Oh, maybe I already went in and cleaned them up this morning. I might have done that. All right. So anyway, I had a ton of tasks showing up that I needed to go in and do all these birthday things. And then I just ended up archiving them all because, it says they're updating it. That's okay. I end up archiving them and not actually doing the steps. And that's not great either. So let me show you what I think is a great strategy. So I go over here to contacts, and I really, really love whoever came up with this idea. You're a genius, because this is so helpful. So I'm in the all birthdays smart view right now. You see that? And I can slide over to see what I need. Remember this little bar down here? So I have priority date of birth is in the front because that's the main thing we're filtering by. Okay. Now, what I could do is I can go up here to filters on, and instead of date of birth, show me everybody within the next 365, I can do within the next 7 days and click apply. This is so much better for somebody like me that's got a massive database, because now I can get up and let's just say I time block Mondays, and I'm going to say, okay, every Monday, which I just now did a bunch of these, I'm going to get up every Monday morning and I'm going to spend 2 hours. My lead gen time on Monday is going to be doing all of the birthdays. So I'm going to take April, and it's going to be her birthday coming up here on October 2nd. Okay. So maybe I do within 14 days because I'm actually too close already within those couple days. So let's just say I do 14 days. Anyway, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to go over to my cards, and I'm going to personalize and address a card for April. Okay. So my cards are customized and I put their pictures on them. So it takes me a little bit more time to go through and do that. If you've got another way to do it, or it's easier, you're doing handwritten cards, you're sitting down, that's great too. Okay. So you can do that. Now, if I want to also text April on her birthday, I can actually go up here to tasks, and I can just click the little add task button, and I can say text April happy birthday. And then I can pick her day. I'm going to do it on the actual second. Okay. And then I'm going to click create task. Now, that now allows me to send April's card, and it allows me to text her happy birthday on the day of without having boom, 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 3 days apart, 4 days apart, task for 100 people, 1,000 people, whatever happens on here. Okay. So those are some of the ways that you can actually better use something like that. Now, keep in mind, and I know for sure that KW Command is working on automation for these pieces, where we're going to have the ability to text automated. We're going to have the ability to post social through their Facebook connection as long as we have them right here. I'm sure that's coming, and that's going to give us the ability to post something for them. There's another thing that you can actually do that's really cool. You can go down here to designs. Let's go take another look at what we could do for birthdays. I'm going to open this in a new tab, so that way I have both of my tabs open. I like to do that. Okay. And I'm going to go up here to, let's go to add new. So bottom right, the little plus, I'm going to add a social post, create template. I'm not doing a listing, so I'm just going to close out that box. And now it's going to go to the next screen and go into our design templates. Most people don't even realize that piece is there. Now we're going to look at this and go, okay, what do we have here? We have holiday greetings. We have, what else do we have? I love KW. We have bold. We have under contract. Okay, so they haven't yet given us happy birthday. Oh, yes, they have. Okay, client love. Client love. This is my first time seeing this. See how cool that is? Okay, client love. Here we go. Now, go ahead and take one of these templates. This is so much better than just smacking happy birthday on somebody's wall. And the worst thing is when we abbreviate HBD mark. HBD. We don't even say the whole happy birthday. I mean, it to me says, all right, Facebook reminded me it was your birthday. I don't really care, but I feel obligated to post something on your wall. So if you're especially if you're doing any kind of sphere of influence or past clients or anything like that, you want to take a little bit of time, right? So happy name day. So who do we have again over here? We've got April. So happy, we're going to click right here, April day. That's cute. I like that. And then here, you're going to get rid of that logo and you're going to put in your own DBA logo. Just click it so it adds. I was making the mistake of trying to drag and drop it and then it gets fuzzy. It's much better if you just click the button and let it add. Okay. And of course, this really needs to say something about, my team too, I think. So I'm going to add this little text up here and I'm going to drop that in, but watch how I edit this. So you can drag things around. I'm going to go down to here and put from. It's tricky with the mouse, so to get it to click right in front of that L. There it is. So see the cursor's blinking in front of the L. That's how you know you're in the right spot. From all of us at Lori Ballen Team Las Vegas. Now I can either drag this out or I could center that. Oh, I love this. This is perfection. All right. Happy April Day from all of us at Lori Ballen Team Las Vegas. Okay. Now I'm going to not share this from right here. I'm going to download it. Now, if you wanted to and you don't want to personalize this every single time, you could change that to say happy birthday. Okay. You could put those together so they look more like one word. Then you just save this once, and now you have a personalized template you can upload every time. Okay? So you decide how much time you want to spend on this. But if you're doing your 3 hours of birthday, 2 or 3 hours of birthdays once a week, you might be able to sit and do this. And I'll give you another little cheat. This is how, I kind of go through the birthdays. If you go to Facebook and up top you type in, it's facebook.com/events/birthdays. Okay, you can also get there using your menu, go to events, and then go to birthdays. But what I do is I just take this bookmark, I take this URL and I bookmark it so that it's right here in my, on my bookmark so I can get to it every day, okay? So this will help you work through birthdays. If let's just say a bunch of your sphere of influence or friends or family or whatever are on birthdays and you want to make sure you're getting them into the database, this is actually a great way to do it as well, because if you notice in Command, I only had 2 birthdays because I haven't done all this. Now, there is an advanced way to export birthdays from Facebook into Command using a third-party software. Marty and I covered that on in our coaching group last week. If I can remember, I'll put a link to his video below. But anyway, that's a paid software, so if you want to go use that and do that, you can. Otherwise, go down to wherever your starting point would be. So let's just say we're going to do today, okay? and I'm gonna look at Trisha, and I'm gonna go ahead and make this for Trisha. So instead of just using my command to do, I'm also using my Facebook list as what do I need to work on today. Now I kind of look at this as, okay, do I have a relationship with Trisha? Has this person been my friend for 10 years? We've never communicated. That still happens. It's hilarious. Or maybe I don't even know how we became friended so many years ago, but there's nothing in common. So I may actually choose to unfriend them that day because I realize that there's nothing happening. There's not really a friendship there. Somehow we got connected, but nothing's happening. So that's okay too. And I kind of look at it as, am I willing to stop and give this person my time? Well, then they're valuable. They're valuable in this world. We have a valuable relationship, and I'm going to take the time to actually show them that they matter. And I'm going to either send them a card, or I'm going to create a social post, or I'm going to text them, or I'm going to call them, or I'm going to do all of the above. Okay. So what I do now is I go to Happy Trisha Day from all of us at Lori Ballen Team Las Vegas, and I'm going to download this. And if I want to, I can put my own picture on there too for branding. Let's do the one that doesn't have a background. Hold on. Nope, there it goes. Nope, that one's still fuzzy. So I need to add, I thought I added one that didn't have a background on it, but I guess that one still does. So I could put that on there, but it's not my day, it's Trisha's day, so I may or may not. You know what would be cute is to have me like holding up balloons or something like that. Then it would be more appropriate than just to have my picture just on there. All right, so I'm going to download this, and saving it just as a basic JPEG is fine. So I don't need to do anything else really with this. Start download. It gets confusing if you overthink all of those different images and how you want to download. So we're going to download that. Okay. Happy birthday, Trisha. Or you could just allow it to save however to your desktop and then delete it after. Okay. Make sure her name is spelled correctly. All right. So now I can go over here to Trisha. Now I could do this actually. I believe I can. Oh, it's not letting me add the photo from there. I believe there is a way to add the photos, but not from the screen I'm on. So we won't worry about that. But we'll do it from here. I have two different monitors open, so I was peeking over it at the other platform. So I could just do it up here. Happy birthday, Trisha. Hope it's amazing. Something like that. And then you can do the photo, add the photo in there. Okay, did I spell it right? I did. And then I'm going to click post. Okay. So I personally think that is a great way to use designs. I was saying earlier today that I don't yet believe that I know for a fact that I can't replace Canva yet with command. And there's a lot of things on there I can use command for. So I'm going to use it, get to know it, and then while the system grows and we're able to do more things, I'll use it for more and more things. But at the very least, just making this say happy birthday, having your branding on it, and saving this picture so that you can upload it is one further step than most people are doing. And so I think it's very, very much worth at least creating one template with your brand that you save and you use. I'm hoping that at some point we'll be able to save this and say schedule social post on this person's wall using the links that we've already put up there. Maybe that we'll get to that kind of point. Okay. So you've got the ability to work with birthdays. So my suggestion is that this is a first step because there's my task now showing up. Most real estate agents are not cultivating their database. Definitely not using birthdays strategically rather than just smacking a happy birthday on somebody's wall. And we all know that the reminders tell us that it's our birthday. So it's not anything special unless you make it special. If you've got somebody that's receiving 500, 600, 700, 800 Facebook messages on their wall, there's a good chance they're not even going to see yours if all you post is text. but image stands out and jumps above. Of course, you can also do video if you want to really make a personal connection with that person. So it's worth the extra step. And strategically sorting what groups you want to place priority on. If all your contacts are created equal, there's a very good chance nobody's going to get love and attention. So figure out who your top people are, who are your VIPs, which agents are sending you referrals. Those people, maybe put them on your smart plan so that you know that you're not missing them. But don't put everybody on there or it's going to be crazy. Trust me. So that is my strategy. I'll show you really quick as a bonus here. What I do on my send out cards. I'll go up here to account and I'll show you a couple birthday cards that I've sent, how I'm doing mine down here. If you see your face on here, you're probably getting a card from me. I do a lot of non-birthdays because I think they're actually more special when you can acknowledge something outside of the norm. But here's how I'm doing my birthday cards. So I go over to their Facebook and I find a picture that is either their profile picture or it's something that stands out. Here's Sue. I know you're around here. And then I put their picture, and this is the card's already templated, and then I can drag in their picture and then put whatever I want to put on the inside. And it can be set up by default where all you're doing is plugging in the first name, just shows up there. But this is a very purposeful strategy. And I wish I would have never let this go. I started this years ago. Oh my gosh, 2007. I started, I believe, with send out cards. And it's really kind of what put me on the map with Keller Williams for referrals. And then I got busy and stopped doing it. And isn't that a shame that we do that? We get busy, we stop doing the most important things. So now I'm bringing that back. There's no way I can sit and send personalized birthday cards to my database of 40,000 people. So I have to sort and prioritize on a daily basis. That's the importance of working a database correctly so that we're not treating everybody the same, or then we're not treating anybody at all. And that's really key to this. So I hope this helps. As far as importing your contacts in, you'll need to watch another video for that, but at least you can start going through and manually working on these birthdays and getting everybody up to par. This is one thing that's working really well in Command. So if other things aren't where you want them yet, this is a great place to start. I'm Lori Ballen in Las Vegas, serving Las Vegas, Henderson, and specializing in the Summerlin area. Thank you for watching the video.